Ever sent a text and immediately regretted it? Or worse, got left on read? It's like that sinking feeling when you know you've messed up, but you're not quite sure how. Well, gentlemen, today we're diving deep into the digital dating world to expose the biggest texting mistakes that turn women off. We've all been there, staring at our phones, wondering why she hasn't replied. But what if I told you that you have the power to change that? You can transform your texting game from cringe to charisma, from awkward silence to engaging conversation. Let's talk about the texting traps that are holding you back and how to fix them fast. It's time to ditch the digital dating disasters and become a master of the modern message. We've all been there. You meet someone new, and there's an instant connection. The excitement is palpable, and you can't wait to keep the conversation flowing. You find yourself constantly checking your phone, eagerly awaiting their next message. You meet someone new, you're excited, and you want to keep the conversation going. You want to share your thoughts, your day, and everything in between. It feels like you found someone who truly gets you, and you don't want to lose that momentum. So, you send another text, and another, and another. Each message is a piece of you, a way to stay connected and keep the spark alive. But as the texts pile up, you start to wonder if you're doing too much. But here's the thing, gentlemen. Over-texting is the quickest way to kill attraction. It's like watering a plant too much. Instead of helping it grow, you drown it. The same goes for relationships. Too many messages can overwhelm and push her away. Think about it. Would you be drawn to someone who constantly needs your attention? Someone who blows up your phone before you even have a chance to miss them? It's suffocating and can make you feel trapped, even if the intentions are good. Probably not. No one wants to feel like they're being smothered. It's important to give her space to breathe, to miss you, and to look forward to your messages. Women are drawn to men who are confident and self-assured, men who have a life outside of their phones. When you show that you're busy and engaged in your own life, it makes you more attractive. It shows that you're independent and not reliant on her for your happiness. When you overtext, you're sending the opposite message. You're saying, I'm insecure, I'm desperate for your validation, and I have nothing better to do than wait for your reply. This can be a major turnoff and can make her question your confidence. You're saying, I'm insecure, I'm desperate for your validation, and I have nothing better to do than wait for your reply. Instead, show her that you're a man of value, someone who has a fulfilling life and doesn't need constant reassurance. Instead of bombarding her with messages, match her energy. Pay attention to how she communicates and mirror that. If she takes a few hours to respond, don't reply within seconds. Give her the space to come to you. If she responds with a few sentences, do the same. Keep the conversation balanced and engaging. This shows that you're attentive and respectful of her pace. If she sends a short and sweet text, don't reply with a novel. Keep your messages concise and to the point. This keeps the conversation light and enjoyable without overwhelming her. Keep your messages engaging, but keep them brief. Share interesting tidbits about your day, ask her questions, but don't overdo it. Leave her wanting more, let her crave more, let her wonder what you're up to. This creates a sense of mystery and intrigue, which is incredibly attractive. It keeps her interested and looking forward to your next message. Remember, a little mystery goes a long way in the game of attraction. By pacing your messages and keeping things balanced, you'll keep her interested and eager to hear from you. So, take a step back, breathe, and let the conversation flow naturally. So, you've avoided the overtexting trap, but now you've swung to the other extreme, radio silence. This is a common mistake that many people make, thinking that by not responding immediately, they are creating an air of mystery or playing hard to get. But in reality, this can backfire in ways you might not expect. You're waiting hours, maybe even days, to reply to her messages, thinking you're playing it cool. You might believe that this makes you seem less desperate or more in control. However, this approach can often lead to misunderstandings and miscommunications. But here's the truth. It's not cool, it's confusing. When someone is left waiting for a response, they start to question your interest and intentions. They might wonder if they said something wrong or if you're just not that into them. When you wait too long to respond, you risk making her feel unimportant, like she's not a priority in your life. This can lead to feelings of insecurity and doubt, which are never good foundations for any relationship. And trust me, no one wants to feel like they're on the back burner. It's essential to strike a balance between being available and maintaining your own life. Ignoring messages for too long can make the other person feel neglected and undervalued. Now, I'm not saying you need to be glued to your phone 24/7, frantically responding the second you receive a text. Everyone has their own lives, responsibilities, and commitments. It's perfectly okay to be busy and not always available. But you should aim to reply within a reasonable time frame. What's reasonable can vary depending on the context and the nature of your relationship, but generally, a few hours is a good rule of thumb. If you're genuinely busy, let her know. Communication is key, and a little transparency can go a long way in maintaining a healthy connection. A simple "hey, caught up with work, will message you properly later," goes a long way. This small gesture shows that you respect her time and feelings, and it keeps the lines of communication open. It shows her that you're thinking of her even when you're busy conquering the world. It's a way of saying, "You matter to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can." Remember, texting is about connection. It's a tool to bridge the gap between you and the other person, to share moments, thoughts, and feelings, even when you're not physically together. Don't let your silence create a chasm between you. Keep the conversation flowing, be considerate, and show that you care. A little effort in timely communication can make a big difference in how connected and valued the other person feels. Chapter 3. The robot injects some personality. Let's be honest, gentlemen, no one wants to have a text conversation that feels like reading a phone book. If your messages are dry, boring, and lacking any spark, you're going to lose her interest faster than you can say, "What's up?" Think about the conversations you enjoy in real life. They're filled with humor, wit, and playful teasing, right? So, why should your texts be any different? Instead of sending generic messages like, "How was your day?" try injecting some personality. Use emojis to convey emotion. Send voice notes to let her hear your voice. And don't be afraid to tease her playfully. Remember, the goal is to make her smile, to make her feel good, to make her want to keep talking to you. So ditch the dull texts and start injecting some life into your conversations. Chapter 4. The Interrogator. Stop with the 20 questions. Imagine this. You're out on a date, and instead of having a natural flowing conversation, the person across from you is peppering you with questions like, "You're in a job interview." Not exactly the recipe for a romantic connection, is it? The same principle applies to texting. While it's good to show interest in her life, bombarding her with questions can make you seem less like a potential partner and more like an FBI profiler. Instead of asking question after question, try making statements, telling stories, and creating fun scenarios. For example, instead of asking, "What did you do today?" you could say, "I bet you caused some chaos today." Spill the details. The key is to keep the conversation playful and engaging, not to make her feel like she's being interrogated. Remember, flirting is an art, not a police investigation. Chapter 5. The Texting Turnaround, What to Send Instead. Alright gentlemen, now that we've covered the don'ts of texting, let's talk about what you should be doing to keep her hooked. Texting is an art, and like any art, it requires creativity, thoughtfulness, and a touch of flair. The goal is to stand out from the crowd and make her look forward to your messages. Remember, it's not just about avoiding mistakes, it's about actively creating attraction through your messages. You want to be the highlight of her day, the message she can't wait to read. This means putting in a bit more effort and thought into what you send. Instead of the generic, "Hey, how was your day?" try something like, "I have a feeling you conquered the world today. Am I right?" This not only shows that you're interested in her day, but also adds a playful twist that makes your message stand out. See the difference? It's playful, it's engaging, and it shows that you're paying attention. Women appreciate when you notice the little things and make an effort to be interesting and fun. Instead of asking, "What are you up to?" try, "What kind of trouble are you getting into tonight?" This adds an element of intrigue and suggests that you see her as someone exciting and spontaneous. It's a subtle way to complement her personality and keep the conversation lively. This adds an element of intrigue and suggests that you see her as someone exciting and spontaneous. It's a subtle way to complement her personality and keep the conversation lively. The key is to be genuine and show that you're genuinely interested in her. Instead of a boring "good night," try "sweet dreams of whatever makes you smile. I have a feeling I might be in there somewhere." This not only wishes her well but also leaves her with a sweet and flirty thought of you. "I have a feeling I might be in there somewhere." It's flirty, it's confident, and it leaves her with a lingering thought of you. Confidence is attractive, and a little bit of playful teasing can go a long way. It's flirty, it's confident, and it leaves her with a lingering thought of you. The goal is to make her smile, laugh, and think about you even when you're not around. Your texts should be a reflection of your best self, confident, playful, and engaging. Remember, Your texts should be a reflection of your best self, confident, playful, and engaging. Show her that you're someone worth getting to know, someone who can make her day a little brighter with just a few words. So, ditch the generic messages and start crafting texts that will make her heart skip a beat. Be creative, be thoughtful, and most importantly, be yourself. With the right approach, your text can be a powerful tool in building attraction and keeping her interested. There you have it, gentlemen, the ultimate guide to banishing bad texting habits and becoming a master of the modern message. Remember, texting is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to dating, but it's a crucial one. By avoiding these common mistakes and implementing the tips we've discussed, you'll be well on your way to creating attraction, building rapport, and taking your conversations to the next level. Now that you know what not to do, try these out and watch your texts get way better responses. Got a texting fail story? Drop it in the comments.